Learn respect or get checked. This is a story about me learning respect. Unfortunately, I had to learn it the hard way, but maybe you could learn something from my story. The year is 2015. I'm in Lexington, Kentucky. One of my homies moved down there from the hood. You know, he had been staying down there for about 2 years, set himself up a whole real estate company, doing well for himself, got a townhouse and everything. Upstairs, downstairs, 2-bedroom, stripper pole in his room, a large amount of liquor, weed, you know, we just kicking it, having a great time, doing what people in our mid-20s would do. Not to mention, Lexington, Kentucky is a college town. UK University, which is the University of Kentucky, had one of the best basketball teams at the time, so it was a cracking ass little city to be in. I had visited there before. This was probably my second or third time. If I was hustling in the nearby states, or if I just wanted to get away from Chicago and a crazy life, I'd come down there to kick it. We was going to a bar that night. I don't remember if it was a Thursday or Friday. I'm a little cloudy on that particular detail. But we was going to a bar that we had visited before. Nice upscale joint. Really was a restaurant and bar in the daytime. Closed down and became a full-fledged lounge at nighttime. Predominantly black bar, but black people from the local area came in, dressed to the nines, turned up, have a good ass time and good music. But before we even got to the lounge, we was pre-gaming. Pre-gaming, for those of you that don't know, is basically getting drunk as hell, getting you some drinks in, getting into the vibe before you go out and party. So about time we got to the bar, I'm already fucked up, he already fucked up, but we still ordering more drinks anyway. As the night go on, my homie see one of his guys that he knew from out there. You know, not really a nigga that he fuck with like that, but just somebody he had seen passing. So they get to chopping it up. They both sitting at the bar, really not talking about too much of shit. My homie is on the left side, Buddy is on the right of him. I'm standing up behind them. Now it's some girls to the left of my homie. I want to say it's about 3 or 4 of them. Actually, they was all looking pretty good. So my homie shooting game at them, right? I guess they wasn't really digging the shit he was saying. You know, he drunk as hell, so he probably saying some ignorant shit. I don't know for the life of me why I decided to do this, but I started chiming in on the conversation. Now the girl that's sitting down directly to the left of my homie, she caramel complexion, long jet black hair, probably about 5'7", petite body. Actually, the girl was pretty banging. I don't even know why I took the direction that I took, but I just started going in on her. Like I say, I'm drunk as hell, so I probably called her a couple bitches. I started insulting her, talking shit to her, turning up. My homie basically tell me like, man, cool out, man, damn, what you want? So him and his guy that he knew from down there, they like, man, why your mans go in on her like that? My homie like, man, that's just how bro be. It is what it is. So as the night go on, I guess the girl that I started to talk crazy to, her brother was there, along with like 3 of his buddies. So her brother come up to me inside the lounge. We get to talking, going back and forth. I guess the way it looked to security was like something was about to jump off, so they kicked us out the club. So it's me standing outside in front of the club, it's the girl brother, and he got like 2 or 3 of his guys with him. So her brother's basically talking to me. I'm listening, but I'm really not listening. You know, I'm on some arrogant Chicago shit. I think a lot of these dudes is like country bumpkins, not on shit anyway. So as he's talking to me, I'm not really listening. I'm pretty much done drifted off and started thinking about some other shit. So my homie come out, we jump in the car, we ride out. Go back home, crash the pad, the night over with. So I end up staying in town at least the entire week. I mean, I stayed so long to the point that that same night we went to the club, that same night came back around the following week. Cause I think it was always like a Thursday or Friday that spot would jump. So when the following Thursday or Friday came, we go to the club again. So this time, you know, me and my homie in there, we fucked up as usual. We having a good time. But I tell him, I say, man, I think that's that girl right there from last week that I treated. He drunk as hell. He partially listening, but not really listening. But I got my eye on the girl. Now I see this time, it seems like she with a couple more guys, and I remember me and her made eye contact, and I remember her leaning over to one of the guys she was with, saying something in his ear, and then they kind of both looking at me. So my antennas automatically go up. I know it's some bullshit finna pop off. I can feel it in my gut. I tell my mans, I say, man, keep your head on the swivel, man. We gotta pay attention to what's going on. Shorty in here with some niggas. I don't know what's about to pop off. So, the night going on, I can't be in the club no more than 20-30 minutes. I'm standing up. I'm peeping my surroundings and I'm paying attention to what I'm doing. But at the same time, I'm off that liquor and I'm really fucked up. So I'm not thinking in my right mind. Man, all I feel is one of the hardest punches I ever felt. Boom. I don't know where it came from, what direction it came from, or who even did the shit. I didn't go down, I didn't fall. All I know is I was just dazed and confused and in a drunken stupor, along with just getting punched by a hard ass right hand. So as I look around and I kind of get my boundaries, I see the girl and then I see a group of guys. It looks to be like they trying to hold him back, and then I see that security is kind of coming over there too. So they pushing him back. Security is kind of pushing me back. I never really seen the guy face good because it all got broken up and separated so fast. I was so drunk and so disoriented, I really didn't even get the ID the nigga so I could come back and clear him, or at least remember his face, so once security cleared out, I can go beat his ass and get my get back. So for whatever reason, I rotate back to the front of the club. I find my homie, tell him what's going on, tell him we need to go get on some business. He not really paying attention to the shit. In the midst of all of that, I'm so drunk. I find this part of the story out later. But in the midst of the whole thing getting broken up with the dude that stole off of me, I must have went into some rampage about being from Chicago and how these niggas down here not on shit. I didn't notice at this time. I learned this part of the story later. But anyway, back to it. So, as I go to my homie and tell him about what just happened and how we need to get on business, it's like 8 dudes that come up to me. Man, what the fuck is this? So for some reason, I decided to sit on a bar. So as I'm sitting on the bar, my homie is standing up. He's the only thing that separates me from these 7 or 8 guys that's walking up talking trash. One guy in particular, he talking super crazy, getting a little aggressive. For some reason, I don't like when people talk to me crazy. So I picked up a glass that was on the right side of me off the bar. I hit him in the top of his head. As soon as I did that, all these niggas started to rush me. So as I'm sitting on the bar, I spin off the bar and now I land behind the bar. So the same place the bartender would be standing is where I'm at behind the bar. So one guy tried to jump over the bar. Before he could clear it, I hit him with a straight right hand. He fall, he's done. Another dude comes around the bar to my left hand side. I hit him with a punch or two. He's done. All I know is I moved around from behind the bar. Guys was coming up. I throw a punch or throw two, and then I move. Another guy come up. I'll throw a punch. I'll throw two, then I move. Another guy come up. I'll throw a punch. I'll throw two, then I move. As I see myself getting closer and closer to the door, I'm thinking in my head, man, I gotta run the fuck up out of here. I mean, thinking back about the situation now, I was doing a good job. I don't know if it was the adrenaline or if it was me trying to survive, but these motherfuckers didn't land one punch on me. All I know is I'm just throwing punches and moving, throwing punches and moving. Right before I could exit the door, man, one of these niggas picks up a bar stool trying to hit me with it. I literally ducked down, the bar stool barely missing. I hit him one time, then I run out the bar. Now I don't know where the hell I was going. My homie's still inside the bar. I don't know this neighborhood. I don't even got the keys to the car. All I know is I'm trying to get the fuck from around here. So I run as fast as I can to the back of the parking lot. I see 3 or 4 guys that's standing outside their car. They all drinking. All I hear is them yell, "Get him, he over here. Get him, he over here." So I run back towards the front of the bar. As soon as I'm running back towards the front, I see 7 or 8 guys. They all pouring out. These must have been the motherfuckers that was just trying to jump me. All of them started running towards me. I didn't even run. I just planted my feet. I put my fists up. As soon as they got close, I started throwing. Man, that shit didn't last long. 3 or 4 seconds, I was down on the ground. Man, these motherfuckers was punching me, kicking me, all in the head, the body. The shit probably only lasted 15 seconds, but it felt like an eternity. All I heard was a police officer say, "Get off of him, get off of him, get off of him." I stood up, my shirt torn, I'm a little bloody, a little fucked up, my adrenaline's still going. I yell out, "That's all you motherfuckers got? That's all y'all got? You bitch ass motherfuckers, y'all jump me and that's all y'all can do?" They just looking at me like, man, this motherfucker's crazy. My homie ended up coming out the bar. We got into the car. We riding home. The whole time we riding home, he saying, man, I never seen no shit like that, bro. You was punching them motherfuckers and moving. Punching them motherfuckers and moving. Man, that was like some movie shit right there. I never seen no shit like that. I'm super pumped up. I'm so pumped up, it's probably down at 2 a.m. in the morning. I call my brother back in Chicago. He fucking sleeping. I'm telling him the story. So about time we get back to the crib, I look in the mirror, I look at my face. Not too shabby. I mean, to fight 7 to 8 guys, to have some bruises. Yeah, my ribs hurted and shit. But you know, not too bad. I laid down, woke up the next morning. You know, the swelling had got a little worse. A little purple, a little black. Face was kind of fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Ribs was fucked up. I remember putting this shit on Instagram the next day. You know, taking a video of it, putting it up. Letting them know, man, these guys tried to jump me. They couldn't fuck with me. People was even commenting like, damn, you fought 7 to 8 guys and that's the worst that happened? I ain't gonna lie, I still got a scar on the side of my body from that shit now. It took me about 2 weeks to heal, but I ended up being all good. So months and months and months passed after this incident. I'm back in Chicago. My homie that lived down there calls me. He say, man, I was just in a barber shop. It was this big, dark-skinned dude getting his hair cut. He gets to telling a story about the bar we was at. He said, man, he punched some motherfucker in the face up there that was talking crazy, saying he was from Chicago. My homie get to telling me the story, explaining it. Man, this the same motherfucker that snuck me when I was inside the bar. I'm thinking in my head, damn, homie, beat this nigga ass if he's sitting in the barbershop chair. But that ain't what he did. That don't really got nothing to do with the story. That's just what I'm thinking while he telling me this shit on the phone. So anyway, he say the guy sitting down getting his hair cut, he's talking about how he stole off a motherfucker or whatever. But then the guy, which was me at the time, and I didn't know this, he said, man, the guy got to talking crazy, saying all of this Chicago shit and fuck Lexington niggas and all of that. And then that's where the 7 or 8 dudes came from. The whole time I thought that the 7 or 8 guys was with the same dude that punched me. I'm thinking that this girl had these guys all jump me. Whole time it was only one motherfucker she had punched me. These other 7 or 8 guys came up just because I was being disrespectful to their city. Just because I was being disrespectful and talking crazy. I could have completely avoided getting jumped if I would have just been respectful. I mean, I got punched by the one guy. I could have worked that shit out with him and fought him. But by me talking crazy, talking loud, being disrespectful, and talking down to these other guys' city, they must have overheard it and said, man, we gonna show this motherfucker. The moral of the story is, man, respect yourself and respect everything around you. I should have never disrespected that young lady, which led to me getting punched by this sucker motherfucker. I'm still looking for him to this day. But then my disrespect took it even further to me disrespecting these people's city, which made other guys there in the bar feel disrespected, which led to me getting jumped. So like I say, man, always have respect. Don't disrespect nobody. Treat everybody fair. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who the fuck it is. And if you go to another city or another town, respect everything and respect everybody around you, especially when you out here in these streets. Yeah, respect is something that I had to learn the hard way. Hopefully you don't.